I'm Scott Rodman, and this is Valerie Grachik. And we were coming here today to talk to you about Challenge Day. Challenge Day is held at the high school here, as you see in the background, every year for 7 years. And we were privileged to bring that here this year too. Challenge Day basically has been referred to as an anti-bullying program. It is that, but it's a lot more. The facilitators who come from California have told us that what they've observed, and they've been before millions of people in the United States, what they've observed about young people is that there's a problem of feeling alone, separate, and not wanted, basically. This program addresses that in a very, very good way. So we're here today to talk about recruitment. And we have a program we've scheduled at the McLane Room at the Public Library on September 18 at 6 p.m., going for an hour and a half. And at that program, we invite the public to come to hear Valerie talk about being a volunteer and others, to hear from students who have been through it, to show you some videos, and to take questions from the audience so you can find out exactly what's involved. It's basically, as a volunteer, you can volunteer for one of any of the days. This year we will be doing it at October 14, 15, 16, and 17. Volunteers can work for 1 day, 2 days, or any number of days, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning and going through for the full school day. Valerie, could you tell us a little bit about your experience as a volunteer?
Absolutely. I would love to, Scott.
Yeah.
Thank you. For me, Challenge Day has given me the opportunity to spend a day with our young students here in Fond du Lac. This is really a privilege as a community volunteer to be able to enter into the thoughts and the lives of these young people. They're going to be our future leaders, and it really behooves us to support them. As a volunteer, what we are basically are role models, listeners, and we really take time to be present. You know, when I was growing up in the 50s and 60s, we didn't deal with some of the issues that these young people are dealing with today. And to me, to take a day out of my life and to be able to give back and to be able to support is just such an opportunity of being able to serve. It's truly something that is unique. The facilitators are excellent. You're part of a small group with about 5 or 6 students. You have a co-person with you, so you're not on your own. But everyone has a story, and these students have the opportunity that day, if they choose to share their story. And we, as adults, are the listeners. We validate, we see them, and we also get to celebrate with them. The day truly is worth your time, so I hope that you will consider. And I so appreciate that this program has been going on for 7 years, that Fond du Lac has been the benefit. These students have benefited because this program has come to Fond du Lac. So thank you to all the sponsors as well.
One of the counselors wrote this: "Thank you for all that you have done to make Challenge Day happen at Fond du Lac High School. Our students have spoken so fondly of their experiences over the 2 days. As I'm following up with the students that participated in Challenge Day, I've heard so many great comments. Thank you to all the volunteers that made this happen." I could talk about what happens and all the little miracles that happen during Challenge Day, having been in it 11 times myself. There's one story that sticks out in my mind, and that is a young Hispanic person who had a little bit of an accent, who started speaking Spanish first, and who was gay. He was in the Challenge Day in 2010, and the story was, and the facilitator told him, you can make an apology, but you can't just slap him on the back and say, oh, come on, you know, things happen. No, you have to stand look him straight in the eye and say, I'm sorry for what I've done and I will not repeat it. He did that. And what the young man told me was after that, they became friends. And for the rest of his high school career, his friend, his new friend, protected him and would not let anybody else bully him. That's just one story. And there's so many more. And as a volunteer, you'll hear them and you'll feel enlightened. You feel like you've provided something to the city, and you have, and to the school. So we hope you will consider being a volunteer.